This is
Brighton's Finest.
bringing the artists closer to you.
Juice.
How are you feeling about tonight's gig?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. I think because Prince Albert, well, we've never played Prince Albert before, I don't think, and it's a sick venue and the sound is great, and we've got a good sound man tonight, and like Lout are putting it on as well, and very kindly putting it on for us. And we've played a few Lout shows before, like support slots and stuff, but they've putting us on a headliner, first sort of big headliner for us in Brighton, really. We've played a few before, but nothing like this.
What can we expect from the set?
Well, there's going to be new material. I don't know, I think you'll probably see a looser band than previously. Probably just as wild as before, but I don't know. It feels like there's a bit more kind of vibe there wasn't before, an underlying vibe, which I think we've all channeled just recently.
Yeah, I think
feeling quite.
I think like it's the new material is kind of a bit more. It's a bit more like free-spirited, a bit more loose, and like when we were like writing the songs, we didn't really. We just went into the rehearsal room and just like put down what just came out then and there. So we were just kind of feeding off each other's energy, writing the songs. Whereas before, the songwriting process was more sort of regimented, or we thought a lot about the songs before. Now it just seems to come natural. So it's a bit more rock and roll actually, and a bit more sort of energetic, but also what would be the word? Unpredictable, I suppose.
So what do you want people to take away from of Empire's gig?
I don't know, some thrills. Yeah, kind of a sense of something they might not have seen before in the UK or from a UK band, I think.
This show's in aid of double A side.
Yeah, double A side, Gunslingers, and the lead single, Waist Up in Gold. Waist Up Gold, it's kind of got like a bit of a like Middle Eastern kind of psychedelic riff to it. I know that sounds a bit bizarre, but like a lot of people who've heard it said that it's got like a really sort of Eastern sound to it. And actually, like a few people that their heritage is from that part of the world, they said it's reminded me of, you know, my grandparents like playing that kind of music. So that's been really interesting to hear.
Do you know where that came from, or was it just something you were feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it came from, we took a step back, I think, from what we were doing before, and it sounds a bit cliche, but we kind of started to open our eyes up a little bit more, started to hang about together, becoming closer friends, I think, and outside of the music, and we've started to learn a bit more about each other, what we truly are as people as well as music fans. And I think that's helped probably the most in getting to where we are with these tracks.
Definitely, because like the way we just became better friends because Matt and I lived in a flat together, and we just spend weekends just playing music and writing music, just having a few beers and having some good times, staying in on a Friday and Saturday night with just some guitars, you know, and we never sort of really did that before, and that's how the Waist Up in Gold track came out, with that riff, I guess. You just started playing it and we were like, that is buzzing.
Yeah, you know when it's like you're in a dark room and you kind of, I think what the way I got the sound was really just messing around with delays and reverb, and then finally kind of feeling my way into something that sounded like a melody, and it probably just came out of nowhere and stuck, and I just kept repeating the riff, and obviously when you keep doing that,
it's just the hook,
sticks, doesn't
isn't it? That bound.
It's not rocket science. It's not trying to say this is complicated, because it's really not.
If anything, I think we've tried to be less complicated and not think about it.
Right.
And that riff came out, and I was like, well, that riff for me as a vocalist, I didn't need to do much to it. I just liked, for the song, I didn't really need to come up with any hooks as such, because that is the hook.
Brighton's Finest.
This is Juice.
Is it difficult to keep up the momentum?
Yeah.
Not playing as many gigs as you would like, or?
Yeah, it's difficult. I think this is probably the busiest start that we've had to the year, to like any year, I think.
In terms of offers to do things and opportunities coming out.
Gigs, yeah. I mean, last year was good. Like we did like a few of the main festivals, like Reading Festival and like Isle of Wight and stuff. Why Not Festival, which we drove all the way up 6 hours, and then it was cancelled. Yeah. So that was nice to have those last year. But actually, like I think last year we were kind of still trying to develop our sounds, and like as we just explained before, going through this process of really being happy with the music that we're bringing out now. And I think we did a few gigs last year whilst trying to kind of figure that out, and now like this year we're just like literally just going to play everywhere. You know, we just got quite a few more gig offers like this week, and it's just coming in. We're just looking to get everywhere. I think we want to play more up north, and we're playing Manchester tomorrow. We want to start doing those kind of gigs like Leeds and things, because we've always kind of stayed down the south, and that's just because being a southern band, it's difficult to kind of get promoters to notice you up north. And you know, you chat to northern bands and they want to come and play down here. And one of the bands we're playing with tonight, Arcades, they're from Leicester. And it's like, yeah, we just can't get gigs down in Brighton. I was like, well, that's the whole point of getting you down here, and we'll go and play in Leicester and just gigs.
They're kind of like a community between bands, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think bands is really starting to like get like bonds together on that, because it's more and more difficult than ever. I think being a band, it's so difficult just because the way the music industry is at the moment. Rock and roll's not necessarily in vogue at the moment.
Yeah.
Venues are closing, people aren't going to shows as much, streaming, not making money. It's so expensive to be in a band, like you know, petrol and stuff like that, and vans, and it's just a
spending
nightmare.
£4 at a service station for some nuts and water. I mean, that's
you got to pay for your recording, you know, getting to these shows. It's difficult. This is why, like, you know, publishing deals and stuff help, because it helps to kind of bankroll it a little bit.
Yeah. You've done massive things as a band so far. MTV, brand new and signed. Reading Festival last year.
so long ago.
What's the biggest? What's the pinnacle?
Tonight.
It's difficult. It's difficult because like we're always striving for the next thing, and that's can be a bit heartbreaking sometimes because you forget to live in the moment and appreciate what you're doing right now. And you said that tonight is a big show, and it is because we're headlining a show to kind of showcase our music, the release.
The music that we're playing at the moment is the highlight of our career so far, because we love and we believe in these tunes. It's not that we haven't had belief before, because we always have belief in what we're doing, but we're always like evolving, and I think we've got to a point now where I think the evolution process is almost complete. But if I had to like pick any sort of highlights, I guess like supporting Adam Ant at Concord 2, it was a massive gig just to play that venue.
Yeah, Isle of Wight was pretty good. I enjoyed.
Yeah, because we played a great show at Isle of Wight. Jack Daniels 10. That was a great experience, and it was just a really good.
It's just a good weekend as well.
Yeah,
Free Jack Daniels as well.
Lots of free Jack Daniels. Yeah. And like this feeling again of, you know, it helped us a lot and continue to do so, and put us on shows. And you know, if it wasn't for guys like Lout or this feeling, you know, new bands would have to be doing it themselves, and you know, it's difficult doing it. So, yeah.
What do you make of the guitar bands, the dying opinion? Do you think that's true?
No, they're not dying unless they're all there.
I think people are just distracted. I think they're distracted, and I think they're confused. And I don't mean this in the kind of, you know, music listeners don't know what's right or what they like, but I think
people are told what to like, right?
Yeah.
So at the moment, I think it's down to the industry, and like there's so many guitar bands out there. I mean, there's so many shows in Brighton tonight. You know, you could go and see loads of guitar bands tonight. There's gigs everywhere, up and down the country, some fantastic bands. I just think that it's probably record labels aren't signing bands as much as they used to, and I think this is a money thing. And I think like it might not be in vogue at the moment, but certainly guitar music is not dead. It's all out there, and you can go out anywhere, any night in the UK you could find.
I quite like it that it's not as prevalent, because it feels like it's
like underdogs.
You feel like it's a subculture and there's a movement underneath a lot of the noise, and I quite like being part of that rather than feeling like I'm part of a mainstream for the wrong reasons, the wrong messages.
It's forcing us to be DIY, and being forced to be DIY makes you more creative in your approach to things, and like tonight we've like made little zines, you know, like punk rock shows used to do back in the day, like with all the lyrics on, and it's just forcing us to be like that. Okay, we haven't got any CDs to sell tonight, but we got t-shirts and we got zines, and it's just, and we use our social media as like a really sort of like DIY thing, and you don't need a record label to do any of that stuff, you know.
This is
Brighton's finest.
bringing the artists closer to you.
Juice.